the space race, the not Russian tortoise, a good pet. And is it the best pet turtle for you? When it comes to care, we give the not Russian tortoise a score of 4 out of 5. The care is not complex for not Russian tortoises. The biggest surprise is just that they need quite a bit of space. They're very much smaller than their cousins, the sulcata tortoises, so they don't need as much space, but tortoises are busy little creatures.
Hey everyone, so today I'm doing a tortoise enclosure build thing. I have a horsefield tortoise, his name's Cookie. I've had him for about 6 or 7 years now, and at the moment his enclosure is very small and it's not big enough for him because he's grown quite a bit. I do let him out and about, and most of the time he spends just running in place. I do watch him when I let him out, so don't worry, he's never in danger or anything. But yeah, I'm doing his big enclosure, and unfortunately I can't really show the build of it because it's already built. I might show you some footage of him in his current setup. If you can hear him in the background, he's actually in his tank right now, scraping against a little bit of his slate. I've got some bits for him. I've got some hay, I've got an extra long UVB light, I've got some plate things and that. I might put some plants in there, maybe not straight away. I might add that in at the end of the video, or pictures of it. So this is hay, bedding and straw, and I looked it up and it is safe for horsefield tortoise to eat. So it's not necessarily for him to eat, but it will be bedding. First thing I'm actually going to do is put flooring down. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is put flooring down, and he's going to have a bit of soil one side. And I've got some wooden pellet bedding that is safe for consumption, so if he accidentally eats some, he'll be fine. I've used this mostly with him growing up. I will be putting these in as a food and water bowl. I'll also be using his slate that is currently in his tank, and possibly some rocks or whatever to put some food in, so I mix it up, keep him active, things like that. This is an extra long UVB bulb, 10% UVA, so that'll cover pretty much the entire tank. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is that it is currently winter, and we do like to let him outside in the garden. Sometimes we just watch him, and we haven't had a really outdoor enclosure for him, but we've just got I don't know what you would call it. It's kind of like a pen but fencing thing that he can't get through. There's no lid, there's no ground, but it is for him, and we'll put that up in the spring or summer. I might do another video on that or show pictures or something. But at the moment, since it's winter and he's definitely getting a bit bored and he doesn't like to hibernate, I can't get him to calm down during the winter. And the thing about horsefield tortoises is that they don't need to hibernate. Most of them just, as long as they're fed and they weigh well and they eat well and they don't lose too much weight and they kept warm, they are fine. They might get a bit groggy and sleepy, but mine, especially Cookie, he does not calm down, which is why you can hear him scraping around in his tank right now. I might actually let him loose during this video, so you might actually see him wandering around. I will keep an eye on him, but you won't see me stopping him, don't worry. Another thing I haven't mentioned, the tortoise is just running around the corner as well, so you might hear him, is that I have these new giant bulbs. I've only had small 10-watt bulbs at the moment, but I have this giant, you can see inside, you'll see it more once it's done, but I've got that and the connection thing to go with it. Right, so I've got a basking lamp and the clamp lamp. So this is the little man in question. This is Cookie, and he is very active at the moment. Even though it's cold, he does like a little head scratch, and he wants me to put him down, so I'm going to let you loose, man. And he's going to be joining me while I do that. So this is me just adding the soil bedding to the right side of the cage, and pretty soon I'll realize that I did not have enough bedding, and later on I go out and get some sand to mix in with it. It's play sand, it's also for display, so it's completely safe for tortoise as long as you mix it in with the soil and don't just use sand by itself, otherwise they could breathe it in and it could be bad. As you can see, I've already emptied this entire bag and I've put it in here, and because this is stuck, I do plan on putting a wood piece between here and here just diagonally, and there was a bar in between here that I sort of covered in soil to try and this is how far I want the bedding to be. And since I couldn't lift this, I'd had to squish all the soil in and post it at the back and just make sure it's level, and just doing that has taken up all of that. That's not even, and I have pretty much this bag's worth of this, and I don't think that's gonna fit. So here you see me mixing up some sand with the soil. I'd gone out and got it. I'd also gotten some more pet-friendly wood pellets, which you will see about now already in there. And that's already up in there, and I've mixed it all in good. The next thing I need to do is connect the light up to the top. And I do that, put the net in, make sure it's secure and plugged in. I put the little water dish and a bit of a slate food dish in. Next is the UVB bulb right at the back and his little wood thing, and I put some hay in there as well. And I've finished the tank here. I've put in his old little step thing. I'm not sure if I'll keep that. I've put in some rocks. I've sterilized and washed everything in between. I've put some fresh water in his new little water cup thing. And I have got some plants. I'm not sure if they will survive so long because I'm not really the best when it comes to house plants, but they are completely tortoise friendly, completely tortoise safe. I decided to put this one in the corner, so hopefully he doesn't fling it over. These rocks have been washed. They're put right under the basking area, so hopefully he'll enjoy that. I've also put this cactus thing up, but later on you'll see he knocks it over because he's intelligent. I do love him, but he causes a mess everywhere he goes. And you can see up here, I've put some extra food in the side at the top to motivate him to climb up, hopefully. And there's some food ready to welcome him into the new home. It's a pivotal moment of truth here. Will he like this? Oh no. So later on, I do move that cactus to the corner, upper corner, but this morning I found it knocked over again, so I've actually removed it from the area of the cage. I might move it back some other day, I'm not sure. But at the moment, he seems to quite like the area. He's been exploring. He went straight to the hay last night and burrowed in and came back out this morning. I have added a second light just to heat it up a bit since it is winter, but I most likely will only use the one basking light for the rest of the time. And it is still temporary. I might add stuff in between. But yeah, this is it, guys. And here you can see he's eating some dandelions, his favorite. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.